live here at the REO Success TV studios.
This episode of REO Success TV is brought to you by Press Pro.
So sorry about that kind of random weirdness, but I'm a huge UFC fan, and last week was a big UFC fight, and you know, I just was having a good time, so I hope you don't mind. So this week I am super excited to have Joy Schaufler on the show. She is a public relations genius, and she has gotten her clients into all the major publications, Entrepreneur Magazine, Inc. 500, the Wall Street Journal, Fox News. The list goes on. And she took some time out of her day to sit down with us and talk about public relations and how it relates to the REO industry and brokers and also outsourcing companies. In marketing, public relations is extremely important and will give you a great platform and opportunity to promote yourself and your services. And especially nowadays, as the industry has slowed down, we can use all the help we can get, right? So Joy's going to talk to us about how to get public relations, how to connect with reporters, the right things to say. It is extremely important that you pay attention to all this information. And if you don't, you and me, we might end up in the octagon, and you don't want that. No, you don't.
Publicity is really a tool. It's a tool to meet your strategic business goals. It's a tool to help you get more leads because, you know, especially in real estate, what happens is the sellers and the brokers start reaching out to you. They start reaching out to you saying, hey, you know, I saw you in the paper. I really don't want to list this. Are you interested? And you get a lot of off-market deals. For the real estate community, publicity is very important. For one thing, if you're an asset management company, it's a way for you to validate that you know what you're doing, that you know what you're talking about. You know, you can do a Q&A on how to increase the ROI of the property through, you know, creative strategies. You can use it as a tool to acquire new customers because you're putting yourself in the buying cycle. And really, that's the most important thing. If people are coming up and, you know, they're quoted in a real estate publication or they're quoted in their local, you know, business journal or local newspaper addressing a problem that these people are having, they're much more likely to reach out to that person because they've already been in the buying cycle and solved their problem or given them a solution.
So let's maybe bring it down to a local level, and let's say our local broker. Mm-hmm. You know, in their local area, they want to kind of be seen as maybe the authority and the go-to person. What's that process like for a broker to pursue that and have success with it?
So the first thing is to make yourself, you know, to really research who the reporters are who are writing about that particular topic. So, you know, there's always typically a real estate section in your local papers and business journals. And so starting to follow those people, engage with them, interact with them, comment on their stories, just make sure they know you. The second thing is to follow economic data as it's released. And so just starting to build yourself up, just starting to be a source for those publications when that data comes out is probably the easiest way.
Hey, everybody.
Hey!
So Chris and Josh here, and we are in the kitchen today. And you might be wondering, why are we in the kitchen today? Well, we're going to tell you why we are in the kitchen today. Why are we in the kitchen today?
Today, we're in the kitchen because something's cooking. And what's cooking is a new segment of our show where we're going to take your questions and we're going to answer them right here on the show.
Right now.
Right now.
So, first question. This comes from Minneapolis, Minnesota. How did you guys come up with Billy Bob and Peter Cooper episodes? Ideas.
Well, that's actually a good question. I'm going to take the Billy Bob part.
Okay.
My business partner, John, has this backwoodsman inside of him. He hunts, he
Deep
fishes.
inside of him.
Yeah, deep, way deep inside. And that's just who he is. So it wasn't too far of a stretch to go from John the businessman to John the redneck backwoodsman.
And Peter, of course, you know, as an asset manager being a main position in the industry, right? So we needed an asset manager character, and me having kind of crazy inside of me, like John has the hillbilly inside of him, it just kind of worked. So we just thought we'd give it a try, and it's turned out pretty well at this point.
Yeah.
People like it.
People like it.
So, next question. How long does it take for you to create an episode?
It varies. It varies depending on what we're doing. We've kind of gotten down to a science, though, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, usually, you know, for the character episodes, we'll try to shoot a bunch of those episodes at once. Especially, it's a lot easier to stay in character. Except for John. I mean, that's a lot more natural. But so yeah, we do that, and then obviously the interviews, depending on if we're at a conference or if we do a Skype interview. And then our video guys are really good at really putting it together as quick as possible. And Josh is like a tyrant. I mean, he is like, you know, over them with a whip and like a billy club, trying to get them to get this thing done. So, you know, it could be a day to several days, depending on the framework of the episode.
All right, another question here comes to us from California. What is in the future for REO Success TV?
That is a fantastic question.
It is.
So, we have got awesome things in the works, and if you haven't seen the HUD videos that we've done recently, we're actually producing more stuff like that to help you with your success and your journey. But we're actually working on a pretty awesome partnership, developing a marketing course. So we're going to be speaking at all the upcoming conferences, the NRBA conference, the Force 5-Star conference, and also the REO Expo conference.
Right.
So we're going to release more details of the course that we're developing and who we're developing it with. But of course, at this time, we have to keep it low-key.
Under wraps.
Under the wraps.
It's exciting. You're going to like it.
It is really exciting, to be honest. It's going to help and benefit a lot of people. So you made it to the end of the episode. Congratulations. We will not end up in the octagon together, which is always a good thing, because I'm a lover and not a fighter. But on a serious note, we've got so many exciting things happening at REO Success TV. And we've grown so fast, and things are moving very quickly. One thing that I want to tell you about is we're getting ready to launch our brand new website and blog. And our goal here at REO Success TV is to build a community. So we're still open to more contributors. And the thing is, we have a lot of people visiting our website. Asset managers, CEOs, and executives of outsourcers and asset management companies. So this is a great opportunity for you to have a voice and a platform to those people. And the other thing is, you know, we're actually working on something really special with some major leaders in the industry. So make sure that you keep tuned in to what we're doing. We're going to have some announcements coming over the next several weeks to probably a month and a half. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook, because we would love to connect with you there. Send us an email, chris@reosuccesstv.com. If you have any suggestions, comments, we would love to hear them. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.